Ah yes, Oblivion, the fourth main entry in the Elder Scrolls series. The sequel to the famous Morrowind with many new features, like fast travel, something you couldn't do in Morrowind. As well as a new game and physics engine. But
Stop
wait!
right there, criminal scum!
This video isn't about the original Oblivion. It's about the remastered version built in the Unreal Engine 5. It brings the original game, which came out almost 20 years ago, back in new colors. So naturally, instead of enjoying all the cool weapons and magic the game offers, I decided to punch my way through Cyrodiil. The rules are simple. Only fists. No weapons, no magic, just pure fists. Oh yeah, and please leave a like and subscribe. After I dream about an old man and some weird ass demons, I woke up in a jail cell. But I wasn't a nobody. I was a Nord named Fistus Fisticus, and with my augmented willpower, I honored the name of my forefathers. My jail neighbor started talking shit about me. And hey, it's the old man from my dream. And he dreamed about me too?
From my dreams.
I followed them quietly, scavenged everything they left behind, and now I was on my own. I punched a local wildlife and found my first locked chest. Seconds later, I was level 60.
Come on, you motherfucker! Ah, shit! God damn!
Sometime later, I met up again with the old man and his goons.
Kill him! He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help.
Now I had to choose my birth sign. Since I'm fighting only with my fists, it was obvious that I'd take the warrior. Hell yeah, the tower! I thought we needed to protect the emperor, but more and more enemies came, and eventually I died.
Protect the emperor.
The emperor gave me his amulet and talked about his last son, just to get brutally murdered right after. Baurus cried, and now I had to choose my class. I picked the Fister class and said goodbye to Baurus.
Not smart.
A goblin!
It started like every other world in Minecraft.
Collect wood.
I ventured through the world of Cyrodiil until I arrived in Wayland Priory, where Jauffre was supposed to be. I met him and gave him the amulet.
This is the Amulet of Kings.
I told him about the lost son, and now I, who was in prison for who knows what just an hour ago, had to find the new emperor in Kvatch. I stepped in some random dude's bed and made my way to Kvatch. A very calm elf told me Kvatch was overrun by Daedra, but I didn't listen.
Hope is gone.
Leave me alone.
While going up the mountain, I slowly realized I wasn't in Cyrodiil anymore, but in Australia. I met Captain Martius and offered my help. In return, I had to enter the Oblivion Gate alone to find a way to close it. So I went to work. And with that, I defeated my first Daedra, and there were many more to come. Why do I burn? I closed the gate, and of course Captain Martius wanted my help to clear Kvatch. Luckily for him, that's exactly where I needed to go anyway. We cleared the courtyard and entered the church. Me, totally someone who never played Oblivion before, didn't realize the Emperor's son was literally inside the church. And yes, I know, they tried to tell me that. So I unintentionally helped Captain Martius clear Kvatch of evil. He told me to find Barish, a soldier who had the key to the guard house.
We saw the smoke from the Gold Road while out on patrol. How can we help?
I accidentally skipped his dialogue and thought he had turned evil and ran away from me. So I killed him and wondered why he didn't defend himself. Then I reloaded, and this time I didn't kill him. We opened the inner gate, and it was time to save the Count.
Find the Count before it's too late.
And he was dead. At least his strip lives on. Why do I still burn? I totally forgot about the Emperor's son and realized he was already at the refugees camp. I told him the story and he blindly trusted me. Together, we went back to Jauffre. While I were getting the new Emperor, Jauffre and his followers were attacked by members of the Mythic Dawn. And of course, they found the amulet that Jauffre had just put inside his chest. Stupid fucking idiot. But that's a problem for another time. First, I needed to bring Martin to the Cloud Ruler Temple. And after his emotional speech, I was yet again forced into another task. I needed to find Baurus from the beginning to get leads on the location of the Amulet of Kings. So I made my way to the Imperial City.
Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service? Stop right there, criminal scum!
First things first, I leveled up my security.
Stop! You violated the law.
And after reaching level 100, I did a little night shopping.
I give that man some good head. I don't care, I hate the town gay. Yeah, bitch, said what I said. I'd rather be homo instead.
Aware of the importance and danger of the Daedra, and with the magical barriers between Oblivion and Tamriel weakening, I obviously went into the arena to waste even more time. After 2 fights, I got bored, grabbed my winnings, bet on the blue team, and started robbing people again.
What do you think you're doing?
I leveled up and met with Barrows, who suspected he was being followed. He killed the spy and took his book. Barrows told me he didn't do shit, and that there was an expert at the Arcane University. The giant lizard told me I needed all 4 volumes of Peppa Pig. She gave me the 2nd book, so I just needed 2 more. She also mentioned that the bookstore had the 3rd volume. How convenient!
I happen to have a copy of Volume 3 on hand, but I'm afraid it is a special order. Gwyneth would be terribly disappointed if it was gone when he came to pick it up. So sorry.
I waited for Gwinas, blackmailed him,
Believe me, I truly had no idea.
and he gave me the 3rd volume for free. He also told me where to find the last one.
It tells you where to go.
Back with Barrows, I told him I had the 3rd book and knew how to get the last one. He knew the way to the meeting point, so I had to follow him.
Follow me.
We made it through the sewers, then we argued about who should meet the sponsor. I sat down and waited. After some time, the sponsor arrived, but he talked too much, so I beat him up. I grabbed the last Peppa Pig book and went back to the giant lizard. She started to decipher the riddle and told me to come back tomorrow. So I sat right next to her and waited for an entire day. She found something out, but needed another day.
Come by tomorrow if
So I waited even more, right next to her. I gave her the 3rd and 4th book, and it turned out that something would be revealed in the garden around the Imperial Palace at noon. A strange mark on a tomb appeared, and now I knew where to go. But the Mythic Dawn could wait, so I decided to level up my acrobatics.
Oh my god.
I'm sucking, I'm fucking, sex in my hand.
I did some Oblivion gates.
God damn.
And eventually I made my way to the Dagon shrine. Upon entering the cave, I was warmly greeted by a fellow doorkeeper. Harrow picked me up and told me about the sex cult. But suddenly he wanted to rob me, so without hesitation, I started beating him up. The sex cult turned out to be an actual cult for demons. So I had to stop them. I made it to the Dagon shrine, jumped right into the cult and tried to punch the funny looking elf. Where's the book? Oh, there it is. I killed everyone who was left in the cave, stole everything they possessed, and now I need to bring the book back to Martin. I got screamed at for no reason. And because I'm basically their slave, I had to talk with Jauffre, because some strangers were seen nearby. And of course, I had to look into that.
Enemy spotted.
After analyzing the spy, I found a key and went to Captain Bird.
What?
He told me that Joel had recently returned from a trip, so I paid her a visit. No one was home, so I waited. After some time, she was finally there.
You cannot escape the Master's vigilance.
It turned out she was a spy all along. In her basement, I found a document that revealed the enemy's plan. Wow, that's convenient. I reported everything to Jauffre, and in the meantime, Martin deciphered a part of the ritual that's needed to open my portal to Camoran's paradise. You know, the elf I tried to kill earlier. 4 items are needed for the ritual, and one of them is the blood of a Daedra Lord. In other words, we need to find a Daedric artifact. Oh, sorry, I need to find the Daedric artifact. He doesn't even say please.
Bring it to me when you have acquired one.
Ungrateful fuck. He recommends I read the Modern Heretics to find out more. And the book describes the location of the Shrine of Azura. I talked to the shrine, and now the talking statue wants me to kill vampires. This didn't end well. I was too weak, and of course, definitely not because my cloth gave me basically no armor. So it was time to level up my fist fights. I made my way to the Parite Shrine? Why? Because there are 5 people standing there, not moving a muscle, and they are invincible, meaning I can punch them with these. You didn't really think I level up without cheese, did you? I I slept and reached level 18. With my new strength acquired, I went back to the vampires. I killed the last one and went back to the talking shrine. With the Daedric artifact in my possession, I returned to Martin and gave him the star.
Azure star.
And of course, Jauffre wanted something from me again. Apparently, everyone in Cyrodiil is as stunned as a rock, which is why I had to close the Oblivion gate that opened right in front of Bruma. While Captain Bird started his motivational speech, I already went ahead. We killed everything in our path and snatched the sigil stone. With the important message that the gate was closed, did I go straight to Jauffre and Martin? Of course not, I went shopping.
What did you just put in your pocket? What was, no, I saw you put something in your pocket. What was that? What did you put in there? What was it that was in your pocket though? Because it seemed interesting. It seemed like really interesting. What was it?
But that's not where I stopped. I still had time, so I went back to the arena. I casually became champion, but that wasn't enough. What I really wanted was the Grand Championship, so I challenged the Grey Prince. But before fighting me, he wanted me to find proof of his noble birthright. So I went to Crow Haven.
Oh my god!
Turns out Crow Haven was filled with wolves and vampires. Wait a minute, I found a journal that revealed that the Grey Prince was the spawn of a vampire.
Don't care.
I told him the truth, he wasn't happy.
Still don't care.
And with that, I was crowned the Grand Champion. I received my hard-earned raiment, and now I was finally ready to head back to Martin and Jauffre.
Wow, you're the Grand Champion. I saw your fight against the Grey Prince. You're the best. Can I follow you around? I won't get in the way. By Azura, by Azura, by Azura! It's the Grand Champion. I can't believe it's you standing here next to me.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Martin finally figured out the second item needed, a counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. For that, he needed the blood of Septim, who became one of the divines.
One of the divines.
His armor was in the shrine of Septim. Who had that thought? And once again, it was my job to retrieve it. I made my way to the catacombs, started punching every ghost I saw, missed the lever right next to the closed gate, and fought some weird-ass skeletons. Turns out those skeletons were actually blades, bound by evil to protect the cursed catacombs. In total, I had to free 4 ghosts of the blades. I got jump scared, freed the other 3 blades, and honestly, I thought I had to fight some kind of boss, but nope, I just walked over, picked up the armor and left. Back to Martin, it became clear he still wanted to abuse me like a slave. This time, he ordered me to find a Great Welkin Stone, the third item he needed.
You may have run across lesser Welkin stones.
You're pathetic.
Well met.
Slashing.
Good morning.
I entered the ruin and was greeted by a
Goblin!
The puzzles were really complex, but after an hour and a whole lot of goblins, I finally figured it out and found the Great Welkin Stone. So apparently the king of Miskarkan should appear after grabbing the stone, but he didn't show up. Okay. Back at the temple, I found Martin dripped out. This isn't a good sign. He finally thanked me for everything I did and told me that we are only one item away from opening the portal. And that item is a great sigil stone.
A great sigil stone, then.
So Martin came up with the glorious idea to let the Mythic Dawn open a gate right in front of Bruma.
I said you weren't going to like it.
Well, I don't care. But the battle can't begin until I gather reinforcements from other cities. So I traveled to Jadenhall, helped them with their Oblivion Gate, and somehow rescued the Count's son. As thanks, I could choose between two powerful weapons, which I sold not long after, and they were happy to help. But before we face the gates of Oblivion, I stocked up on supplies. I put on my finest clothes for the final fight.
Can destroy their great gate. We must kill whatever comes out of that gate. Stand with me. Here comes another one.
We fought through the hordes of evil. I accidentally killed someone innocent, and the great gate appeared.
What the fuck is... What is that?
I fought my way through the tower and didn't leave anyone alive. I pranked Feynuts and grabbed the great sigil stone. Where did you came from? The battle was won. The war machine was destroyed. And the gate was closed. I talked to Martin and it was clear. I need to go through the portal and get the amulet. Back in the Imperial City, I got caught for my crimes.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Guys, come on.
Oh, there is the king of Miskarkan. Back at Cloud Ruler Temple, Martin opened the portal for me. My mission was clear. Kill Menka Camoran, the elf from earlier, if you remember. I arrived in paradise and Menka instantly called me. There were some confused people around this place, so I had only one option.
You destroyed the Sigil Tower at Ganona. You will travel that path, and it will bring me honor to defeat.
Inside the cave, I punched everything to death that got in my way.
Tamriel is just one more Daedric realm of Oblivion. His birthright? He comes to liberate the occupied lands. Truth has been in front of you since you first were born. How is it that the Daedra forthrightly proclaim themselves to man, while the gods cower behind statues and...
Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
Lorcan vilified, a dead trickster whose heart came to Tamriel. But if a god can die...
Well met.
I met a cultist called Eldamir, who was responsible for opening the Great Gate in Kvatch. But after seeing what kind of shithole this place really is, he changed his mind and wanted to help me. I played along as a slave, that I already was for Martin and Jauffre, and we pretended to dip me in hot lava. Deeper inside the cave, more enemies appeared. Sometime later, I reunited with Eldamir, and now it was time to face Menka. I fell to my death. So I started to focus only on Menka.
Take it. It's worthless to me anyway. Only the chosen will survive the cleansing.
I punched him to death, snatched the amulet, and the paradise collapsed. Back at the temple, I gave Martin the amulet. He said we needed to hurry to the High Chancellor Okato and the Imperial City so he could finally claim his Septim throne. We were all here. Martin, Jauffre, Okato, and of course, my fan.
I accept your claim to the Imperial...
Chancellor Okato.
Oblivion gates opened from every direction, and instead of hiding, Martin had to proceed to the Temple of the One, so we started fighting our way through. Well, they did. And there he was, the big boy.
Mehrunes Dagon is here. Wait, yes. The amulet was given to mortals by Akatosh. One last hope. I must reach the dragonfires and the Temple of the One.
Martin sacrificed himself to defeat Dagon, and the evil was banished. Arcade was so relieved he started doing the T-pose. He also ordered a suit of Imperial Dragon armor for me.
Imperial Dragon armor made for you.
I acquired the Dragon armor, and with that, I finished Oblivion Remastered with only my fists. I hope you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing, it's free. And oh, don't forget to like. Have a good day, and until next time.